I wonder. Let me see something. I want to see what YouTube would do if I played non copyright or royalty free music in the background. Sulphur Springs? Yeah, we can look at that. What's going on, Snipes? Yeah, I got it fixed. OBS is just like, hey, we're gonna keep logging you out of your YouTube account, and so when it does that, you have to log into your chat in the layout, and then you can't read anything that's going on YouTube, so it makes you restart it. It's just buggy. You know, I'm running like 7 to 8 pieces of different software every time I go live with all this stuff. So it's there's always bound to be something that doesn't want to work properly, but usually it takes 2 seconds to fix. Yes, Sam's big things to come. We're gonna get some interviews with hurricane hunters and tornado chasers and all sorts of people who do crazy stuff. I want to get in contact with. I had a good talk with what's going on, Yali? Yeah, we'll look at Sulphur Springs. I had a good talk with Doug too about some stuff that I can't really share with you guys yet, but trust me, big things coming. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Yeah, Sulphur Springs, you guys are doing good up there. And tomorrow's threat really isn't targeting you either. I think I'm in the day 2 right now. Yeah, day 3, it's gonna push back down there a little bit, but you guys are probably good for the night. We'll have to see if we get a little bit more initiation out up here to the northeast, but you guys are looking pretty good. One second, guys. Oh, that's really cool. What's going on, Mezzo Matt? Hey, Matt, what are you thinking? Do we like dark? Do we like dark or do we like gray? Or do we like light? It's too bright for me. This is kind of cool. Light day. Outdoors. Outdoors is stupid. Not a fan of outdoors. Satellite. I mean, it's fine. What are we thinking? Dark or light gray? Gray. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why. What it is, but I do kind of like. I do kind of like it. Yeah. Okay. So these storms, guys, we got nothing too serious going on. Let's take a look at these storms real quickly. So we've got 60. Yeah. I mean, none of these are. We've got 70-mile-per-hour gusts in one of these storms here. Let's take a look. I'm actually gonna switch over to Radar Omega real quick. And why did these get all moved around? That's annoying. Here, one second, guys. Like that. Like that. Okay, now we should be good. So yeah, Matt, if you ever jumped in here with me.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Yeah, so real quickly, these are all your classic, just 60-mile-per-hour gusts, inch hail, severe thunderstorm warning. So nothing major. Matt, if you ever jumped in here with me, I would just go like this. I'd switch over to here. Whoa! Galaxy. And then right there, we'd actually be layered up, believe it or not, up on the left side. It'd be that easy. And then this is solo. Matt? Thanks for the Galaxy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yalapam. Millie. What's going on, guys? Matt out of nowhere. Should see if Gary England would be interested. Yeah, we should. Matt, what do you think about that? Gary England? So you think Weatherwise is the way to go compared to Radar Omega? You know, there's some things I like that it does. Notice, we figured this out, that Weatherwise does that I liked. It allows you to take out all the, you know, there's a reflectivity gate filter. So I can turn down, basically, I can set a limit on the decibels that I want the radar to show up. So, you know, right now I have it at 22. This is what Radar Omega looks like. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. This is what Radar Omega looks like, right? You get all this fuzziness from the radars. Well, I can clean that up. That's one thing I like about this. I can clean this up in here, and I can go to 22 decibels. What do you guys prefer, this or this? This? Like that? Or like that? I like being able to clean up the nonsense. I don't care about rain clouds that are, or a storm that's less than 30, you know, 20 to 30 decibels. Probably rain's not even going to be falling from it. So, you know, this allows you to actually kind of see where the actual moisture content is and the actual severity. So, look at all these little flood warnings. So that's nice. Yeah, we could. What is that, Matt? Love shelter. Matt, I appreciate you, dude. Jesus. Thank you, Matt. Feds, what's going on? Less noise on the radar, yeah. I couldn't think of the word. I'm super tired. It's been a long day. But yeah, I do like it. I do like it. Their alert system on the side is a little messy. You know, as things, I mean, I could just drag this to the end, I guess, and not play it. But as it's loading, it keeps pulling off alerts and pulling on alerts, which I could probably change. Let me actually see that here. Show only active alerts. Okay, so they want me to go plus for that. Or, I mean, I might just end up just getting that. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't really care about watches. Yeah, see, expires. This has a bunch of old things on it. I got to clean this up a little bit. 1 second, guys. We don't need all of this stuff on it. I think we should be good there. Avalanche warning. Okay. So we got a flash flood. Yeah, see, this is showing some old warnings. Which I don't know why. It says expires 1 hour ago. Like, okay. It's already expired. Why is it showing up in here? Expires 32 minutes ago. Like, okay. Don't need to know that. That's cool. So, I don't know. That stuff's a little weird. But I'll fix it. I'll get it all set up. Appreciate you, Feds. Yeah, I'm just getting on. We're going to talk about the outlook a little bit. We just got pushed up to a bunch of slights. We just got pushed up to a bunch of slights. So we're going to go into that now. Sorry, guys. You know, I actually think I'm going to turn this into a display capture. Let's see. Vertical sources. Mezzo, does your finger hurt now? What's that all about? Sheesh. What is that all about? Yeah, let me go to Windows Capture, and then I'll go to New. And let's do weather-wise. Okay, there we go. So I'm actually just going to throw this here instead of the window capture, which you guys are going to see me doing right now. This makes more sense. So we do. That makes more sense. All right, cool. And then let's make sure this is all good. So that's, and then we'll go back to Radar O. We'll do the same thing. Let's go into window capture. There we go. Display capture off. Eventually I'll have nothing more to tweak. Okay. And then we'll go into, let's see, satellite. Satellite pivotal. We're going to go into pivotal right now because we're going to talk. We got a bunch of slides. All right, that all looks good to me. That all looks good to me. Let's talk about what's coming up here.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Okay. Here we go. Forecast. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. What the heck? Chat. 543 roses from Matt. Julie, what's going on? Feds, I appreciate you. Jess, what's going on? There's snow in the Northeast? What? What are you talking about? Talking about Willis? Huh. Not showing up on radar. A little bit of snow in North Dakota showing up on radar.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Yeah. Why is... One second, guys. This is really annoying me. One second.
New information. This severe thunderstorm
Hold
warning
up,
has
hold
been
up,
updated.
chat. I need to get down to the bottom of this. I need to get down to the bottom of this, chat. What's going on here? Chat. Matt, am I hallucinating? You guys see what's happening? Is this just super far behind? Hello? Yeah, this is... Okay, this is the correct radar right here. What is going on with this radar? Why are we looking into the past? This was, nah, severe weather season is definitely not over. We usually see a little action in the early June too. Quinn. Well, weather-wise, windy is abusive to your computer's, what's the word I'm looking for? Like processing. Like, it slows your computer down. It's such a drag on your what's the word I'm looking for? It's just tough. It's tough. It makes my computer want to melt. For what? Weather-wise does it the same thing, and it's not, doing as much. I mean, windy it's a nice look, but Ryan, my computer specs are really good. Let's just say that. I bought this computer like the end last year, and I bought it fully maxed out, like everything. I can stream like full HD any game in 4K onto Twitch while running like 60 other applications. My brother's a software engineer, and he said I could probably hack the Pentagon on this thing. It's pretty good. I could pull up the specs right now. All right, we got 64 gigs of RAM, 16 gig graphics card, Intel Core i9, 3.20 gigahertz. We've got my graphics card is a 4090 something, whatever it's called. Yeah. Yeah. So when I have a system on this computer making it not run well, I'm like, what? Okay, sorry guys, I got distracted. We're gonna talk about stuff. I don't know what this is. This is just annoying me that this one radar is it must be down. Yeah. Okay, that's an old scan. That's what it's showing. Okay, it's down. I'm like, why is it? This is live. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, why are we looking into the past? What's going on here? Okay, let's get going. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about what we got going on, and I'll make sure that I kind of have these in here. Pivotal. We had 5 tornadoes the other night, and since that system left, it's been so cold. It's May. Yeah, it's gonna get colder. We can go into that too. Yeehaw, ride 'em, cowboy. I definitely should have seen that one because there's not much going on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when uses too many resources. I don't know what that thing does. Like, there's a game called, and I haven't played it in a while, Star Citizen. Does anyone know Star Citizen? That game? It's like the most graphic intense game you can possibly. I got this computer originally to stream Star Citizen, not to do
A
other
new
stuff.
severe thunderstorm warning
You need
has
like a
been issued.
supercomputer to stream Star Citizen, and yeehaw, ride him, cowboy. Let me know if I got that one, Jess. But I originally got this computer to stream that game, to be able to stream it in high quality, and then I was like, I've never played the game. Well, I a little bit, but I didn't. Man, I really thought I actually had that second one. Yeah, Leanne, you're onto it. It's tough on my CPU, yeah. It's peak storm season in Tornado Alley, correct, yeah. Can you take a look at Discord? Mine isn't working. What do you mean? What's going on in Discord? Hold up. What's going on in here?
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
I'm in it. The server is gone on my end. No, look, it's here. Wait, what happened? Jess. Okay, wait, hold. Jess, we're gonna resolve this right now for you. I need to talk about this. I need to talk about what's going up. But Jess, let me resolve this real quick. Wait, Jess, what the heck happened? Where'd you go? You're not in here. Jess, DM me. DM me on Discord. What the heck? What the heck? Jess, are you can you DM me on Discord? I'm looking right now. What's your Discord name? That's so weird. Wait, can you go into, that doesn't make any sense. Can you go into go onto my TikTok, like go out of the live, go into subscription, and then hit connect in membership perks, and it should just reconnect you. If it doesn't, let me know. That's really weird. That's really weird. All right, let me get back into here and let's talk about what's going on, guys. So yeah, it's gonna get cold. Okay, here's what's going on. Short synopsis: severe weather in the central southern plains. 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 That's the next 3.5 days. Cold in the central to east. Cold in the central to east. Cold in the central. It's very easy. Here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so going into tomorrow, our day 2. Let's take a look at our 4 panel real quick. Tiny little tornado and I actually know why it's doing this because I looked at the HRRR. Tiny little tornado threat, like little tiny tornado threat, northeastern Colorado, northwestern Kansas, and then southwestern Nebraska. There's actually something to that, but I think it should be expanded, and I think it will. A little bit of a hail outlook. I wonder if we have a dry line set up tomorrow. We're going to take a look at that. Same section. Hail's always where tornadoes are. And your classic wind. Let's quickly go to the HRRR model and see what the heck is going on here because we've been getting a bunch of upgrades. We're going to 00Z. It worked. Tried earlier and it wouldn't work. Oh, no problem. Well, what happens, Jess, is I think every once an hour, Discord will like refresh itself and run an update. And so I think probably it just did a refresh and then it allowed you to get back into it. Yeah. So if that ever happens in the future, just try once or once or twice during the day and you should get back in. That's really weird. So let's go down here. Let's see what's happening tomorrow. Could we have after this conversation me and Matt had with Doug today, I always, oh my gosh. Pam, I appreciate you. Rocky's punch. I appreciate you. Holy crap. Guys, I've barely done anything. Wait. Okay. After me and Matt had this conversation with Doug Hetty, and he talked about how that day in Joplin, guys, did you realize that as I was talking to him, I didn't even realize that it was the anniversary of the Joplin tornado? I was like, you remember what happened May 22nd, 2011? He goes, yeah, that's today. And I was like, my brain started processing, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's today. It's today. I was like, I feel like an idiot. I think Matt knew. Matt was on top of it. I could have edited that part out, but I just didn't. I was like, holy crap, what are the odds? So, but when we were talking to him and he said, that severe weather threat in Joplin was supposed to be a little bit of an outbreak in eastern Iowa. That's where they woke up in the morning and they said, we're going to have some bad weather in Iowa. So Doug went out to his boat and was cleaning it, was going to go take the boat out. And then they're like, hey, Doug, you might want to come into the station. He's like, what? They're like, there's some stuff happening out here in eastern Kansas. He got to the station at 2:30, and 3 hours later, an EF5 had ripped through the city. So having that conversation, I've been so freaking tired. After that conversation, I think I look at days like this and I'm like, okay, we'll take it seriously. Here's what's happening. Here's our little tornado threat up here. Latest HRRR actually does put around 7 p.m. on Friday. Was that tomorrow, guys? Help me. Yeah. Does put a couple supercells up here in that section, northwestern Kansas, northeastern Colorado, and southwestern Nebraska. Moving out here down to the southeast. So we'll see if a couple other models do it. And then really late into the night, we're talking midnight. What is happening down here in Oklahoma and Arkansas? Some long tracks, which is interesting, but I'm concerned at what the latest HRRR does down here in Oklahoma. This could be a wind event as well. Significant wind event. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the latest Rufus. I want to take a look at a couple models tomorrow because it's a little bit of a uptrend here. The Rufus thinks we're going to get an outbreak of storms tonight. Let me go into the 18Z Rufus. Yeah, the Rufus sees this pushing down into Oklahoma as well. Let's look at the NAM 3K. 00Z. Okay. Yeah, look at the NAM. See, look at the NAM 3K down here in Oklahoma. All very late. This is super nocturnal in Oklahoma on all the models. So now I'm starting to get concerned about Saturday after midnight down there in Oklahoma. Let's look at the HRRR SIGTOR parameters. This could be a sneaky event, guys. Let's take a look at the SIGTOR parameters. Star Citizen is currently in a week free of playing. It's such a fun game, but I just don't have time for it. I don't have time for any video games. So here we go. So when we get into that time frame, We've got SigTor down here in Oklahoma. This is that time frame where those cells are. Insane directional shear down here at the surface, by the way. We have easterly shifting into almost westerly at the 500 millibar level. There's some inhibition, though. The hodograph looks spooky. We've got a marginal tor. Yeah, look at this down here. Oh, my gosh. Interesting. Not loving this for OKC. Not loving this for Oklahoma, just in general. Look at this. What is this? Matthew. Oh, Matthew. Matthew. Matthew, I need you. What is this? There's inhibition here, but a 52.8 supercell composite? What? All right, wait, hold up. Hold up. This is a crazy sounding I just pulled out of Oklahoma. Very late. Are you watching my stream right now?
I had to pull it off for a second, but yes, pull it back up.
Yeah, pull it back up. I want you to see what I'm looking at. I just pulled a maxed out effective layer SDP PES tour in Oklahoma Friday night.
I saw the SCP going up both for tomorrow and for
50, almost a 53, 52.8 supercell composite. 30.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because the flow movement of our storms is going to be was it northwest to southeast.
Yes.
So I wonder if these are going to be outflow boundary tornadoes again, like we had with Texas back a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Could be.
That's beautiful photograph though.
Well, yeah, look at this thing. Okay, we're maxed out effective layer. We'll look at the SRH and shear. It's good. There's a little bit of inhibition,
Yeah.
but one of the craziest things to me on here though is this.
Yeah.
What is this, dude? We have northeasterly to westerly.
It might honestly be because of there being storms with mesoscale handoffs.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing. I have seen photographs do that before in that type of situation. It doesn't happen a lot though.
Look at our storm slinky, brother.
New information. This considerable severe
Yeah,
thunderstorm warning
so
has been
the radar,
updated.
the HRRR, the NAM3K, the Rufus all have now. The HRRR, the 00Z that just came out, all have cells down here. Let me show you what's happening when that sounding was pulled. Watch this. This is on the latest HRRR. You see this?
What the heck?
And then watch this. Yeah, look at that. That's what's happening. Where that sounding was pulled. And this is happening on the NAM3K, Rufus, and HRRR now. They're all agreeing. Especially the HRRR and NAM3K.
We're gonna probably go enhanced the next 2 days again, I think.
That's OKC right there if that thing doesn't move, which
Yeah,
it will
that's
move,
I
but
was looking at that earlier on the OZ with the ripper there coming through. Yeah.
so
Interesting. You don't get a lot of those. It's just weird movement too.
it's super weird. I'm always expecting these things moving to the northeast.
Yeah, same here. It's was the northwest and southeast isn't typically something we see too often.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm gonna be interested now for SDC tonight, so I might still wait till SDC comes out.
Yeah, you know, this would be such a late one too. I mean, this is all happening not until
I'll have to cover.
10, 11 p.m. Okay, cool.
Well,
I'll talk to you about it a little bit later.
don't forget to, if there's anything that happens on Sunday, it's Memorial Day, so people know that.
Yeah. All right. See ya.
Okay, tell you about.
Insert I'm tired grandpa gif here. Yeah, I'm actually going to get one of those. We need to get one of those. Is this tomorrow night? Yeah. This is tomorrow night into Saturday morning. Yeah. Crazy sounding pull down here. And we've got agreement on storms firing off now. So we got to watch that. There's some storms firing off there in Arkansas too. Anyways, let's push a little bit farther. You know, the HRRR then sees an issue up near Tulsa.
Warning. a new
Oklahoma
special
could just
marine
be a
warning
mess
has
for the
been
next couple
issued.
days. Weird. Yeah, this is more of a normal tracking storm, but let me look at the Rufus for Sunday, Memorial Day. I don't need anything happening on Sunday. Oh my gosh, what is this, guys? Holy moly, I guess I'll have some stuff to talk about. Holy moly. We're getting everyone involved. You know, the jet doesn't look at this. The Rufus is crazy sometimes though, so I don't want to look too much into it, but Yeah, the Rufus is going wild here, guys. On Oklahoma, day after day. A little bit in Kansas, Arkansas, a little bit in southwestern Missouri. What's our NAM 3K doing out there on Sunday? Taking a look at some of these new latest updated models for the first time with you guys. Yeah, the NAM's pummeling Oklahoma.
New information.
Friday and
This
Saturday as
special
well.
marine warning has been updated.
And then you can see here Saturday has that it has these storms. It doesn't have it severe, but it has those storms. So okay, but we're gonna have something to talk about, I think. Yeah, possible. Yeah. You could get some tour with this stuff. I really quickly want to. I'll answer some of your guys' questions if you have any. I really quickly want to look at the dew points on this too. Oh, look at that. So we do have somewhat of a dry line. So we do have somewhat of a dry line tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if something sets up that far west. Probably not. Let's look at what the HER thinks for that. Then I want to look at the 850 millibar jet. I want to know how seriously we should be taking this. This is out to the west. But this is at that time when these storms are passing through here. So we're gonna have some initiation through here with the dry line out to the west. Let's look at our 850 around that time too. Lower level winds. We're getting into, you got a nice southerly flow as those storms are moving into Oklahoma. Real nice. 70, 75 mile per hour right above the surface. 500s moving in from the west. We might get an enhanced tomorrow. We might get a tour driven too. I don't know if we're gonna get a tour driven enhanced, but it's possible. Shepherd, Texas. Yeah, what's going on right now? Let's go back. Take a look at Radar-O. Let's take a look. Here's our thunderstorms we got going on right now. We've got 5 alerts, guys. We do have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Inch hail, 70 plus mile per hour winds, damage threat considerable. Comanche, Texas, Eastland, Texas, Erath, Texas. So this one's a little bit more. Yeah, you can see we got a hail core in there too. So Comanche, is that how you guys pronounce it? Decent winds in there. Decent hail core in there. Probably, yeah, and decent winds, 70 plus miles per hour. So you could get some hurricane category 1 force gusts with this. Moving down to the southeast. Let's take a look here. Comanche, when's it get into you? How fast is this storm moving? 35 miles per hour? Why do these storms always seem to be moving at 35 miles per hour? I think they're just guessing sometimes. Comanche. About 35 minutes from you.
A new considerable
winds and hail.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Yeah, Comanche. You're only 30 or so miles away from OKC? Oh, okay, Leanne. Well, I'll be on covering this. I will be able to cover that tomorrow night. If we see models continue to look like that, that's a dangerous look down there for Oklahoma. I'll be live for that when that sets up. Even if it's late, even if it's out there 1 in the morning, I'll probably be live. Yeah. Unless this thing, yeah, unless it delays it even more. Yeah, these storms are a little spicy down here, guys, for sure. These are some spicy storms. I don't think we've got any rotation or anything in here. We've got got some high velocities here, I will say. Yeah, and this storm out here moving towards Comanche. That's where those 70 plus mile per hour gusts are at. Yeah, we can see in here. 20 knot. See if we can't get a really good reading. Yeah, some lower level shear. No really rotation in this thing. Not too bad. I would take some stuff off your patio, though. Okay, really quickly, I do want to. Speaking of what's coming forward, what's looking ahead, our outlook, temps again, and we'll see what happens as we get into Sunday. But obviously Sunday, if you take the Rufus seriously, Sunday looks a little sketchy as well. Memorial Day down there. The SBC, Storm Prediction Center, already has a slight in and around just off to the northwest of Dallas Fort Worth in their day 4. So that's Sunday into Monday. So yeah, day 4 slight you got to take seriously from the SBC. CSU, what do you got for us? Let's go previous day. All right, let's exit out of here. CSU never wants to load. Gives me a headache. Let's try it here. Nope, let's go previous day. There we go. So CSU, we've got day 1. We know what's going on right now. Day 2, day 2, they do have that threat focus down there at central Oklahoma, where we're seeing, that's the area I've been talking about. I'm a little bit concerned for tomorrow. So that's kind of registering there correctly. And then they have their day 3 here. So this is their Saturday. This is their Saturday. And they have that centered. They have an enhanced centered in Oklahoma as well for their severe weather. Pushes down on Sunday. Agrees with the SBC in and around the DFW region. Red River Valley, north central Texas, south central Oklahoma. And then maybe we get a little bit of severe weather down there in the southeast on Monday. How about we just don't? You know what I mean? How about we just stop? Let's just not. Why can't we just do that? Why can't we just not? Latest European model temperatures, guys. This is a little bit wonky. What's going on here? What's going on here? Look at this. Look at this air. Oh my gosh. Look at this cold air. This is now, I'm looking at Saturday now. The cold air's still there. I'm looking at Sunday now. The cold air's still there. I'm looking at Monday now. Guess what, chat? The cold air's still there. I'm looking at Tuesday. The cold air's still there. Wednesday. What is going on? This thing is sitting down here. Super rare. And then you get a little bit of a warm-up and then another blast of cold air. Look at this, guys. I mean, the Euro has below average air in the central to east, in the central plains out east, almost every single day until June 6th. Almost every single day until June 6th. Just watch this blue out here, central to east. Look at this. You get a little warm up, right? And then look. What? Hello, summer? Where's my hand? Where's my hand? Oh my gosh, guys, I lost my pointer. Okay. I'll it can't be far. It can't be far. I'll find it for next stream. Hello, Summer? Hello, you there? Can someone give Summer a call? Hello? Is Summer drunk again? Hello? Yeah. What the heck? Yeah, crazy. Crazy outlook out there. I mean, guys, the first 6 months of last year was so hot. The first 6 months of this year is going to be the coolest it's been in, like, at least for some portions of the country, in decades, when averaged out. Tanya, I appreciate you. Just a wild look. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen this already, but I mean, this is from the CPC, Climate Prediction Center. Our temp outlooks. It's cold here in the 40s overnight. Yeah, wild. Send this cold to Florida. Some of it's going to make it down there. Watch as we extend. You'll see Florida's. You'll see some of this making it down in the Florida. I think late May into early June. We'll see. I think you guys are going to go a little bit below average as well. I'm getting a foster husky puppy from Texas tomorrow. She's going to love the cooler weather. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting temperature outlook, and I want to look at the GFS too to see if I think it agrees to some point here. Look at this. Look at these temps on the GFS. Same thing. Same thing for the most part. Near the end, it lets that warm air settle in, but for the most part, it's keeping it cold over a lot of the central plains out east. Maybe keeping Gulf states about average, or along the Gulf around average, but same type of thing. Same type of thing on the GFS. You know, I kind of know what's going on here. We've got this big, our jet streams. We got this huge upper level low here spinning around, diving some of this cold air down to the south, and our jet isn't as far north as it usually is right now, this time of year. And so we're allowing a lot of this southerly flow to push a lot of cold air down into the south here. You can see it, I think, too, when we push down, when we get into our 850 millibar. We're getting a lot of southerly flow winds. And this is what's going to cool us down. This is what's going to sneak under here and cool us down. Whereas, you know, if we had everything flowing up from the south with our major jet stream moving along up here to the north, we'd be sitting in, you know, more of a ridge-like situation, and we'd have a ton of heat. But we've got this big upper level low, multiple upper level lows that are just spinning up there, pushing this cool air down into us over the next couple of weeks. It's really interesting. You had a dust NATO intercept on Friday? Well, I need to see that. I would like to see that. That's cool. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, wait, Leanne, do you have a shelter? Ain't no way I'd live in Oklahoma without a shelter. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. I can't ever tell what's happening in San Antonio, Texas. Thoughts? You got some storms out to the west of you right now. You could get a little severe weather tonight. It's not supposed to be too bad, though. Not much of a severe weather forecast for you in the near future. And unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get a part of this cold air down there in San Antonio. Maybe a little bit of it, but not much of it. Is this radar back up? No, it's not back up. I feel like this one's doing a little bit more for us. Fort Worth wind right now. Texas is crazy without wind. Let's see something real quick. Let's take a look at something. See, this is where windy would actually be really nice. I'd be able to, even though it destroys my processing, it would allow me to actually see the winds rolling through Dallas Fort Worth, where weather-wise isn't really going to do that for me. That's all right. I'll pull up windy real quick. Let's take a look at what's going on. take a look at what's going on. We got our winds here. Although this looks to be a little bit lagged because this isn't showing crazy winds right now. This might be behind. Let's pull up our satellite. Yeah, these winds aren't accurate either. Interesting. We got wind gusts. We got some good wind gusts out to the southwest here. Dallas Fort Worth. Really interesting wind direction right here. Why are these winds moving to the northwest? Yeah, I don't think this is too accurate right now. Interesting. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. I'll show you. And, oh, I have that as a window capture now. Let me do this. Boop, boop. There you go. So this is wind gusts right here, you can see. Some pretty heavy wind gusts out here. Western Texas. Doesn't show much in Dallas Fort Worth, but based on the look of our radar, I'd probably have to disagree. Why isn't this doing anything to my... Maybe I just had to restart my computer. We're pretty chill now. But yeah, I mean, there's not much... I don't know why. I don't know why they're showing basically no winds in the DFW with a satellite look like this. These clouds are moving. Doesn't mean just because you have a good-looking satellite over top of you, though, doesn't mean that you have strong winds at the surface. But I would assume, based on what's going on in the region, that you would have some decent winds. Wind gusts and thunder for an hour without an actual storm. Yeah. You can see what's going on here, so that's believable. You know, this is infrared, so we're seeing the temperature of the cloud. So the colder the cloud top, the higher up it is in the atmosphere. The higher up it is in the atmosphere, typically the more moisture content that it has. Because, you know, the higher up it gets, that's usually caused by stronger and stronger updrafts. So the height of a cloud and the intensity of a storm are directly related. So you've got some good cloud tops up around Dallas, Fort Worth. So you would assume you'd have some good updrafts, which are typically associated with
New
good
information.
downdrafts. That's why,
This
again,
considerable
I'm like looking
severe
at the wind, and I'm like, I don't
thunderstorm
know.
warning has been updated.
This is not tracking. Sometimes the radars don't track right. Wind radars are always wonky though. Pam, I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here soon. I haven't getting much sleep lately, so if I get off here soon, I may actually be able to get a good sleep. My son's been sleeping until like 8, which is wild. I need to take advantage of that. Usually he gets up at 6:30. Brownwood, Texas. Sure, let me look at this here. Pull this out. All right. Brownwood, Texas. Yeah, you guys got this nice storm right out to your west. Considerable damage threat. Hail's pretty small, about pea-size hail. But you do have 70-plus mile-per-hour wind. It's pretty close to you. I mean, this thing's going to be over you in a second. It looks like this hail core... it's not really a hail core. That's why it's pea-size hail. But let's take a look at the velocities along this boundary here. Look at what's going on up here. This is considerable as well, 70-plus miles per hour. But look at the... really quickly, look at the velocities up here in this thing. We got 90-mile-per-hour winds recorded in here. Just to the northwest of Comanche, moving into Comanche. Interesting. Yeah, 89. I had a 90 reading. 89. So you've got some good winds down here, out to the southwest of Brownwood. We've got close to 50 in here. You know, the velocity radars aren't always going to actually see what's actually going down, wind speed wise. But yeah, this is rolling in. I think this severe thunderstorm warning here might get downgraded from a considerable. I know it was like just upgraded, but taking a look at the radar and the velocities, there's a lot more happening up to the north. And there's not much happening down here to the south. So this doesn't look like it's tornadic, so that's good. We've got a little bit of low level shear here, but there's no couplet or anything like that. Same with up here. There's no real good sign of anything tornadic down here. I appreciate you, Pam. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty bad thunderstorm. That's for sure. Listen, NWS has it labeled as considerable, so a little bit above your average thunderstorm or average severe thunderstorm. Thunderstorm moving into Fort Worth? Not really. Pretty weak. You've got a little bit of. There's not much. It's not like a significant thunderstorm moving in up here. Yeah, most of the stuff is down here to the southwest. Moving away from Dallas-Fort Worth. To the south of it. It's been raining in Ohio for 2 days now. Really? Wait. Doesn't even look like it's raining right now in Ohio. Unless you're up in the Cleveland area. Although it might have been earlier in the day. Oh, yep, that's where you're at. Of course it is. Of course it is. McKinney, yeah, you guys are chilling up there. I don't expect much for Dallas-Fort Worth tonight, just other than some heavy downpours. I don't expect anything severe. Very unlikely. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely. One second, guys. We can take a look on yeah, you could see on weather-wise they barely have anything up here because I have the decibels 22 and under taken away.
New information. This considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Okay. They're just extending this stuff. Waco? Yeah, storms are falling apart. Yeah, near DFW. I mean, they never really were much, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, Waco, we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. We're not looking too bad. I don't think these storms are really going to hold themselves together much longer either. Out here moving to the southwest. Not really expecting it. It's weird what's happening with this radar. So far behind. So weird. I need to fix that. Scranton, PA. We ain't got nothing. We don't got much going on up there. It's pretty quiet for us. It's just gonna be cold. I mean, we've got some thunderstorms rolling around near Lafayette, but you guys don't have much of a severe weather threat moving forward here. This is just isolated. It's weird what's happening down here, though. It's just trailing along. Definitely weird. I mean, look at this. These things aren't moving. They're pretty static. Which can cause some flash flooding issues sometimes. So, a little bit of a concern, but... yeah, we're not watching any sort of severe threat in Louisiana. Yeah, yeah, they're not. They're thunderstorms, yes, moving into West Fort Worth, but that's about all they have is thunder. They're not very strong. They're I wouldn't even consider it because you could go like you've got a rain shower, a thunderstorm, a strong thunderstorm, and a severe thunderstorm. Yeah, it's not a rain shower. Well, it's like a strong rain shower with some thunder. It's not. Don't worry, guys. You guys in Fort Worth, it's heavy downpours. Cause some minor flooding. It's not moving too fast, so but there's not much of a severe threat with these storms that are moving into you guys right now. No. We shouldn't have too much more to worry about throughout the night. I just wanted to hop on here and talk about, our outlook. I do think, and I spoke about it earlier. I'm a tad bit concerned. I'm a tad bit concerned about Oklahoma tomorrow, late into Friday and then early into Saturday morning. That's something that I really want to watch. And I'll show you that one more time before I get off here. Yeah, that interview.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Alrighty. Yeah, I had to edit like a 50-minute interview today while my kids were running around screaming, drained me. You don't get much sleep when you have what's my daughter now? 2.5-week-old and a 2-year-old. But I'll get some tonight, hopefully. Let's quickly go over...
New information. This considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Still 7... I mean, yeah, we still got these guys. There's a little bit of... Actually, hold up here. There's a... really quickly here. There's a little bit of spin right here, which I don't like. But this is like a mesocyclone spin right out here to the west of Comanche. You guys see that spin in this radar? Newborn, that's the word I'm looking for. You guys noticing that? Thanks, Titan. Very, very intense spin. Right here in this thunderstorm. Appreciate you confused. Slightly confused, Blonde. Yeah, we could see this in the velocity too. This is actually a very intense spin right here. Quarter size hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds, damage track considerable, and it's got a good rotation to it. Still doesn't look like we're gonna drop any tornado or anything like that. You can have a rotating cloud. You get rotating clouds like this, like mesocyclones type vibes, without roping down a tornado all the time. But it's just a violent looking spin on our reflectivity. Let me see. Oh, wow. They shared my video. I see that. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if you guys know, but I got like either praised on the I was getting praised and attacked on the internet at the same time. It was about a 50-50 split. I had someone make a post about me, talking crap about me for that clip, and they got like 250,000 views on Twitter. Because they were mad that I said that the people working at the NWS were sitting on their hands and they shouldn't PDS the storm after people were already killed. And some people were angry that I was upset about that. That I had a, which is crazy. Yeah, which is whatever. But yeah, I didn't expect that video to go viral. I think it's at like 2 million views now or something. I did not expect that at all. Should we be worried in DeLeon? DeLeon? Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna try right now. DeLeon. This storm's passing just to the south of you, but so I'm not too worried. Keep your eye out, but this thing's moving to the southwest, south of you. Yeah, this is just a really strong rotation in this cell, but you get this a lot without it being tornadic. Killian, I think you guys are off to the southeast. I think these things are going to be. Right now, it looks like these are going to start losing energy the further they push to the south and southeast. So I'm not too worried about you guys right now. Still not much of a tornado threat with these either. So I wouldn't be. I'd keep alerts on tonight, but I wouldn't be overly concerned. Yeah, at Fort Worth you'll be fine. Yeah, this stuff isn't going to go severe up near you. They're just your average thunderstorms. They're not going to be severe. Yeah.
New information. This severe destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
It's probably this one, guys. It's probably this one that I've been talking about that they put destructive. Let's wait. Let's wait a second and see. Oh, they put this one down here. That's interesting. That is interesting. That came out of nowhere. Okay, well, let's take a look at it. And we're not getting anything on the radar. Give me a second, guys. Baseball size hail, 60 mile per hour winds, destructive. This is a destructive storm. This is just up to the northwest of San Antonio. Let's see if I can get into the radar one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this thing is stationary. Look at it. It's not moving. Just to the south of Kerrville, just to the west of Comfort, Texas. It's basically stationary, strong updrafts. Pretty good winds in here. Let's see if we can see this hail on the correlation coefficient. Yeah, there's a little hail pocket in here. We've got a 70 plus decibel storm in here probably. Let's play it. Yeah. These storms are a little bit. This is a weird little setup tonight, guys. Yeah, if you're around this area, I'd be precautious. This storm is just sitting stationary right now. Let's see what it says. They think that the speed is on this thing. Moving north at 5 miles per hour. Yeah, it's stationary. It's crawling. Literally crawling. So that's just because we've got all sorts of wind shear coming from different directions right now, and it doesn't know where to go. But interesting little yeah. I still think we're going to have these things dying down a little bit here as we move through the next hour, 2 hours. I'd keep alerts on, guys, if I'm down to the southeast here, San Antonio north. We'll see what happens with the storm to the south of Kerrville. Or Kerrville? I had a scary situation here in Madison, Alabama this week. Just want to say thank you for what you do. Yeah, I was covering that. Yeah, I was covering that while I was going through. I don't know if anyone in chat here remembers, but we were up here, and they had Tor warned the tornado. They had Tor warned the storm behind the one that actually dropped the tornado, and we were saying, basically, we were watching. We were saying, what are they doing? Why? The storm ahead of it actually has a tornado on the ground. and
New information. This special marine warning has been updated.
But yeah. Then they Tor warned it, and we got the video of the tornado on the ground. Yeah, we got the video of the tornado on the ground. So I think actually, let me show you this real quick. This is the one you're talking about. That's why I know exactly where you're talking about in Madison. Yeah, it was this one right here. Yeah, so we were watching that live, and we were watching that one. We were watching the cell with the tornado the whole time because it was very clear that they had the tornado warning on the wrong cell for quite a while. It was obvious there was a tight couplet and a CC drop in that storm that was going through Madison. Yeah, have a good night. Yes, Yali here. I'm gonna get off here in a second. Sorry if I'm like, I'm talking slow tonight. I'm tired. I'm just exhausted, but I did want to get on for a little bit. I wasn't able to get out a video today, so yeah, guys, we do have a destructive storm down here. Look what's happening on Radar Omega. Why on Radar Omega is it teleporting? Our destructive storm is now teleporting, guys. It's a teleporting destructive storm, so be careful. No, that's a radar glitch. That is a radar glitch. I don't know why it is doing that. Let's move up here. We do have a destructive storm, okay? These don't look like we're gonna. It doesn't look like we're gonna get anything tornadic out of here. We do have a big spinning cell. Big spinning. So yeah, some spinning action in the cell up here. Well, in this cluster of storms up here, just to the west of Comanche. So we're gonna have to watch that closely. We do have 70+ mile per hour gusts in these. In these storms up here, 70+ mile per hour gusts, and they have extended their warnings a little bit farther to the southeast. And then, you know, baseball size hail, 60+ mile per hour gusts down here. This storm is moving at 5 miles per hour to the north. It's crawling. It's absolutely crawling. But Caravel, if it continues that, it's going to crawl right into your city. So take note of that. These are moving a lot quicker. You can even tell just on the reflectivity, 30, 40 miles per hour to the southeast. So hopefully, you know, like what we think will happen happens, and they start to lose a little bit of energy as they get farther down to the southeast. Yeah, you have a good night too. But yeah, just again, before I get off, not loving most of these models. You know, we pulled a PDS Tor, maxed out effective layer, SigTor, parameter in central Oklahoma tomorrow. Which, you know, there's plenty of time for this stuff to change, but that would be a horrible situation. You know, it's this timing on the 00Z. It's this exact timing on the 00Z, and this would be pushing through OKC region. Some models have it pushing up closer to the northeast, but yeah, that's super late tomorrow, maybe even early into the morning on Saturday. Sorry, I'm not showing it. Here you go. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Right down here. So, yeah, this on this frame would be midnight. And the sounding off of this, and we have 3 different models showing this. Rufus, NAM3K, HRRR, and the sounding is impressive. There's a little bit of inhibition, so we may have a trouble with forcing, so that'd be good. We could basically have a cap issue. But if we don't, that's going to be some violent weather moving through central Oklahoma tomorrow, very late. We do also have a Tor risk, of course, up there in northwestern Kansas, northeastern Colorado, and southwestern Nebraska too, which we have to watch earlier on in the day. That's crazy, Titan. I'm glad you're safe. Caleb Blaine, I appreciate you guys. All right, I'm gonna get some good sleep because I have a feeling. Well, hopefully my feeling's wrong, but yeah, I'm starting to get a little concerned about Kansas, southern central Kansas, and Oklahoma tomorrow. So I might want to get on and cover that. And when I get up in the morning, if we continue to see this type of look, I might, you know, I want to make sure I get a video out talking about it, and I get my announcement up early enough in the day so people know what's going on. Because you know, they want to drop some long track sells in here, and there's going to be instability in Sigtor there for something decent there. Alrighty, I appreciate you guys being in here. Sorry I don't have as much energy as I normally do. But I wanted to get on in here for a little bit. If you didn't see the interview with Doug Hetty, go check it out. Go check it out. It's on my YouTube, Connor's Climate Corner. And yeah, almost a 40-minute interview with Doug Hetty, chief meteorologist of Joplin, Missouri for over 2 decades. He's in The Twister Netflix documentary. He was on TV when that EF5 tornado tore through Joplin exactly 14 years ago from today, I believe it was. May 22nd, 2011. And we asked him some good questions about working in the industry and what it was like, that experience going through that, all sorts of stuff. And it's cool. And we're going to start doing interviews with all sorts of people in the industry, whether it be hurricane hunters, tornado chasers, meteorologists, whoever you guys want us to do. Just let us know and we'll make it happen. We got a lot of big plans, so it's exciting. But it is also making me exhausted every day. And I still haven't done training with my mods and all that stuff, which I want to do. But don't worry, I have not forgotten, guys. I have not forgotten. Everything is written down. We're going to improve things, and we're going to get things going. All right. I appreciate you guys. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll be uploading stuff early, and I'll see you a little bit later. See ya.